Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? Welcome back once again to the channel. Thanks for joining me here today. In today's video, guys, I'm going to be showing you guys the Canadian stocks I'm going to be buying inside my TFSA portfolio on Wealthsimple Trade. So before we get in the video, there's a couple things I want to talk about, and one of the big things I want to say is the past couple videos for the channel have been absolutely huge. I've gotten tons of new views, tons of new subscribers, and you guys have been absolutely amazing. So I just want to say a big thanks to everybody who's kind of been supporting the channel, whether you're a long-time viewer or you're a short-term viewer. The past couple videos have been really good, and it shows that you guys are really interested in the Canadian stock market. So going into the future, I'm definitely going to be doing more videos like these. And once again, just a big thank you for everybody supporting the channel. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I appreciate it very much. And since there are a bunch of new faces to the channel, I just want to say really quickly, guys, that if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Robin. I'm a Canadian-based investor, and I am just like, I'd say like more like an everyday person. And my goal here is to build a dividend portfolio that, at some point in time, I can, retire on and kind of just live off my stock market earnings and just keep growing my income. I don't make a ton of money like most people. So when I got to investing, the main goal was just to kind of make some income on the side and eventually at some point grow it to be something big. And throughout 2020, I've basically been building this portfolio completely from scratch. When I first started this YouTube channel, that's when I first made this portfolio. And I've kind of been learning as I go, and a lot of you guys have been helping me along the way. And it's been cool because we've all been able to grow together. So if you guys want, there is a link to a playlist in the description of the video that kind of shows how I progressed and how I built this portfolio. Keep in mind, some of those older videos are not as great and I didn't know as much stuff, but overall, they're still pretty valuable and there's still lots of great content in there. Alright, so anyways, moving on with the video. The format of this video is going to be pretty simple. I'll give you guys a quick little update on how my stock portfolio has been doing first, and then I'm going to be showing you guys some stocks I'm going to be buying and selling today. I am going to be selling some things, and then I got to talk about my TFSA because we are approaching the end of the year, and there's a lot of things I want to talk about when it comes to like moving my tax-free savings account and optimizing it. So there's going to be a little bit of talk about that, and then I'll show you guys the dividends, whatnot, and the earnings, and then I want to cover some of the goals with the portfolio going into the future and kind of track some of the things that I've done so far. So if you guys are liking the video so far and you guys want to see more content, remember to like the video and subscribe if you guys want to see more updates going into the future. Alright, let's jump inside my Wealthsimple Trade portfolio and let's see how my stocks are doing today. Alright guys, what's up, how's it going? So a lot of things to talk about in today's video as I mentioned earlier, so I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible here, but the first thing we're going to do is a quick little portfolio update. They've done some changes to the beta version of the desktop app. Once again, I keep getting a lot of comments from people asking why some people have the app and some people don't. It's currently in beta and some accounts have the desktop app, some of them don't. But going into the future, more and more people it'll kind of get rolled out as things go on, and once again there are a lot of new features being added, so just kind of be patient, guys, and keep checking, and because I didn't get an email or announcement or anything when I got access to the app, so just kind of be aware and maybe just check on a regular basis, and maybe one day you'll get the app, hopefully. But here's the desktop version of the app once again. And a quick little update here, we have two portfolios with the desktop app. We have one personal account with $5,000 that's currently at 20% all time. That's $861. This is my REIT portfolio, and I'm going to talk about this a lot kind of towards the end of the video because we're going to make some big changes with that one going in the future. And then we have my TFSA, which we have $7,000, 385. These are all dividend stocks, and we are up 10%, and we have $674. So we're going to talk about the dividend stocks first, and then we'll go over to the REITs in just a second here. So over the past day, our dividend stocks are up $13, which is, I guess, it says 0% for some reason. They recently changed this, so now we can see the differences on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So this is really cool. I'm happy they added this in. Over the past week, our stocks are up 3%, so that's $234. So the past week has been pretty good for Canadian stocks. Hence, I think another reason why there's a lot more YouTube traffic coming to the channel, because the Canadian stocks, well, the stock market overall is recovering quite well, but Canadian stocks in particular are doing quite well. As well, as you guys can see. And over the past month, like once again, we're up 14%, which is absolutely crazy. A 14% gain in 1 month is like, in some years, like how much a stock market would grow in a year. So that's pretty crazy. And then over the past 3 months, we are up 8%. And then all time, the portfolio is up 10%, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy that our solid dividend stocks, because they're like really solid, good companies, are starting to get some of that stock appreciation, that stock growth. That's really, really good to see here. And once again, here's the holdings. I'll go into this a little bit more detail as you go through the video. But we have some pretty solid companies here. And once again, I'll do a quick little dive as you go further through the video about some of these individual stocks. But right now, let's check out the personal account really quickly here. Once again, this is our REIT portfolio, and our REIT portfolio over the past day is down -1%. Over the past week, we are up 3%. It's $122. Over the past month, our REITs are up 20%. Once again, that is just ridiculous gains over the past month. But I mean, we kind of predicted this was going to happen, earlier in this year when stocks crashed so much. It's just a matter of time, kind of thing. And we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but, we could kind of predict what was going to happen, and the stocks are starting to recover. So 20% gain in the past month, $840, which is pretty huge for this tiny portfolio of $5,000. And then over the past 3 months, up 19%. And all time, we up 21% inside our REITs. Just absolutely crazy gains. And this portfolio started like right kind of in the middle of March. So this is right when stocks started to go down. So this is a prime result of what you can get from investing into this year with just a little bit of money. So doing quite well, and we have some different kind of REITs in here. I'm going to talk about this portfolio in a little bit more detail right now because I won't be buying too many stocks inside here for today's video, but we have BPY, we have DIR, we have HR REIT, which is doing absolutely crazy. RioCan's up 18%, VRE's up 13%. And some other ones down at the bottom here, but overall everything is just in the green and doing really well. So let's talk about stocks we're going to be buying today. So some big changes I'm going to be making inside the portfolio. I'm actually going to be selling some stocks as well. One of the stocks I wanted to talk about was Polaris. Now, Polaris was a stock I bought back in the day, and they had some issues because they were having issues where you couldn't buy them on Wealthsimple Trade. I don't know what was going on, but I bought the stock way back in the day because somebody recommended it. And looking back now, I don't know if this is one I want to hold. But the good news is that I logged in my account over the past day, and over the past week, the stock is up 17%. So I'm thinking I'm going to sell it now, get rid of it, and then we're going to put this stock into something a little bit more stable. I've been kind of looking for an excuse to sell this, and I don't normally sell my stocks, but this is like kind of a rare case where this one I've been looking to get rid of jumped up a lot. So I'm going to sell it, put it in something more consistent that I want to hold. And like I said, I normally buy stocks and hold them for the long term because I think that's the best way to do it. But this is kind of more of a something I kind of just bought randomly. I wouldn't say it's a mistake, but it was kind of like that kind of thing. So I definitely want to get rid of this. So I'm going to be selling this today. We have 12 shares to be $204. We'll sell them all, and we'll do market sell. How many shares? Yeah, we'll do 12 here, and we'll put that through, and we're going to be using some of that to buy some more stocks as well. And I have $100 sitting inside my portfolio that we can use to buy some stocks. So we'll go back out here. Let's go back out, go back into our TFSA. And we have $312. Now, the two stocks we're going to be buying today is I want to put some more money into some American stocks, even though I know I titled this video Canadian stocks. But I will be buying some US stocks, and I will be buying some Canadian stocks because I want to add some more US stocks to the portfolio. And we only have 2 shares of VYM, so I'm going to add 1 more share of VYM. And it is an expensive share. It costs about $90 US. And we currently own 2 shares, and this is up 8.37%. I want to invest in the U.S. market because the U.S. market is always going up, and it's always important to have a little bit of U.S. shares. So I do want to build upon that going into the future. So buy 1 share of VYM, and then the other stock we're going to buy is going to be a Canadian stock, and it's going to be H&R REIT. I talked about H&R REIT in my last video. I did a video of 2 undervalued Canadian stocks. Check that video out if you guys want. I think the videos I talked about, I think it was H&R REIT and RioCan is what the ones I mentioned in this video. And the big reason is because H&R REIT is doing absolutely crazy. We are up 45% all time, and it's got a monthly dividend, and it still has tons of growth. It's still down 33% in the past year, and it just keeps going up. So we're going to be buying this stock, but the thing is, we're not going to be putting it inside our personal account. We're actually going to be putting it inside our TFSA, and the reason why is because I talked to Wealthsimple Trade. I asked them if they could transfer my personal account into my TFSA, and apparently for some reason they can't do, I guess TFSA because of like tax issues or something like that. They can't do transfers in TFSA accounts. Now, if it was moving it from a personal account to another personal account, they said, yeah, they could do that. So the alternative I'm going to have to do is at some point in time before the end of the year is I'm going to have to take my personal account, my REITs, sell them all, move the money into my TFSA, and just rebuy the stocks. And I don't mind doing this because there is a little bit of cleanup I want to do inside my personal account. So we're gonna do a little bit of cleanup towards the end of the year, and then I'm also not going to max out my TFSA for this year because they did announce that the next the TFSA contribution limit for 2021 will be another $6,000. So we'll have some open contribution room. So we'll do it before the end of the year, so then we can maximize contribution going into next year, and then we'll just keep it all inside my TFSA. going forward. So that's something I'm going to do another video talking about that, and I'll probably do more in depth, but that is something I want to talk about going into the future. So inside our TFSA, we're going to look up H&R REIT. So let's see if we can find it here. HR REIT. Nope, not healthcare. H&R block. Nope. It's hr.un, right? hr.un. There we go. That's the one we want. Too many H&R stocks here. H&R Real Estate Investment Trust. That's the one we want. And like I mentioned earlier before, guys, it is up 33% in the past year. It was absolutely crazy. So still tons. I mean, it's down 33%. So still tons of potential to gains. So we're going to buy. I'm going to buy a market value because I don't know if it'll go down for the day. So we'll buy about. I'm probably just going to buy like most of the shares. How much we have? We have $193. So I think I'm just going to go a little bit crazy and just buy a bunch of H&R REIT. We'll buy 13 shares of H&R REIT. We'll stick that inside our TFSA. Here we go, and we'll let that go in. And it looks like we have to do a limit buy because of the price. And what is the current price is 14.39, so we'll stick that in there, 14.39, and we'll put, oh my god, 193, so that ends up being, for some reason the little thingy's not going down, so I can't see. There we go. So we'll buy that, $187, place that order through. Sorry about that, guys. It wasn't letting me scroll down for some reason. The app is still in beta, so there are some issues there. So that order is going through. So H&R REIT once again, and we bought VYM just to get some US exposure to the portfolio. That's really going to be cool because it's going to be interesting to see how the difference between buying H&R REIT in our personal account previous this year and then buying it for TSFA. But once again, I will be moving everything into the TFSA at some point in time, and I wish I would have done that. But you know what, there's nothing you can do about that. At least it's not a big chunk of money. And once again, if you guys make any mistakes when it comes to investing, don't feel bad about it. Just move on, kind of do the best you can. And then in the future, it might not even end up being a big mistake at the end of the day, right? So the other thing we can look at today is I'll do an update on the dividends, and I'll do an update on the dividend earnings here really quick. So if we look at dividends for November, we can see here that we didn't get anything big over the past couple days. We did get a dividend from Royal Bank of RBC, which is kind of funny because I sold the share, but apparently I guess I sold it before the dividend was locked in, or I sold it after the dividend was locked in, so we ended up getting the dividend anyways, so that's kind of cool. But going towards the end of the month, since it is the 27th of November at the time of doing this video, we should start to see some dividends rolling in, and I will give you guys a quick little update on the spreadsheet. So let's jump over to the spreadsheet and let's see how much money we've made in this portfolio all time. Alright guys, so I hope you guys can see this pretty clearly, and I like to do these little updates here and there just so you guys can see the growth of the portfolio and how just investing your money, you know, can just kind of start to add up at the end of the day. And just so you guys know, we are taking our dividends and we are reinvesting everything so we can get that compound growth going kind of thing. And we do have, the only things I really track for the most part in this portfolio is the contribution, so how much money I'm putting in and how much money my dividends are earning, because we can see the stock appreciation in there, and because it goes up and down, it's hard to track. But the dividends we can track, you know, you get the money and that's it, you know, like the money doesn't disappear, you get it for sure kind of thing. Once you get paid your dividend, you got your dividend. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And once again, the main goal for the portfolio at some point in time, and I will talk about my goals towards the end of the video, is to just kind of use the dividend portfolio to help supplement my income and just make some passive income on the side. So the first month of the portfolio in January, like I said, I started the portfolio in January, you know, we made 44 cents, and then in February we made $1.61, and you can see the contributions here. And over time I just kind of upped the contributions a little bit. I focused more on it, and we just kept putting more and more money, and you can see those dividends just kept compounding and growing and growing and growing. And November, once again, I forgot to update the contributions, so sorry about that, guys. Probably in the next video, actually in the next couple days, I'm probably going to do a video, like a big deep dive analysis of my entire portfolio and all the stocks I own, so keep an eye out for that. So maybe I'll update it then, and I'll show you guys like everything I own and stuff like that on my Wealthsimple Invest account and my Wealthsimple Trade accounts. So that'll be a big long video, maybe coming up over the next couple days. I know people like to see those, so I might do one of those. And once again, here's the total contribution. So, you know, it does add up over time. You know, it's not much, but like making, you know, 20 bucks, $44, $37, maybe like $30 to $40 towards the end of November. It's pretty cool, especially when it comes to dividends, right? Like that's nice passive income to start growing, and it's just going to compound and grow further and further. So just want to show you guys that really quickly, but let's jump over to my goal sheet because I want to do something to inspire some of you guys, because I know some of you guys, you know, when you're first starting out with investing, can be kind of hard. It can be maybe a little bit boring. But I'm going to show you guys some cool ways to inspire yourself to, keep saving and keep at it and keep growing those portfolios. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this, and I did warn you guys that this video was going to be a bit of a longer video, but one of the things you guys could do in the beginning when you're building your portfolios is to do some, build a spreadsheet and kind of get some goals going, get some milestones going, and start to appreciate the money that you're getting. Like my main goal, like I mentioned multiple times already, is to start using my dividends, start paying for things in my life, and our current monthly dividend goal is, this is something I update on a regular basis, as I take the previous month and I type in my current monthly dividend so I can see how much I'm kind of making on a somewhat regular basis. And then I have my total dividend income here for the portfolio, which is $163, so I can always see those and see the growth. And then the other thing I kind of was doing, I'm a little bit obsessive when it comes to tracking things, but this is such a cool thing to do, is I started to track some of the basic things that I do that my dividend portfolio is already paying for. So there's things like my daily cup of coffee, my dividends are paying for. I bought a nice cool French press to make my coffee. My dividends paid for that. My dividends pay for 1 day's worth of food. I bought a CD off Amazon of one of my favorite bands. My dividends paid for that. I bought a PC game. My dividends paid for that. I bought a couple pairs of pants. My dividends paid for that. And you can see here, I just kind of keep adding these things to make my life easier, and using these simple little things, that aren't a lot of money. It might be $5 here, it might be $10 there, but now my dividends are paying for them and I don't have to worry about them. And it's a super cool way, and it's a nice little way to inspire yourself to just do more, to keep at it kind of thing, because sometimes, it does take a long time. It's a little bit of a grind per se, but hopefully doing something like this can kind of show you guys to track that progress and see how well you're doing in the future. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I know the spreadsheet's a little bit confusing to read. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I definitely encourage you guys to do something of yourself, even if it's just tracking, can my dividends pay for my phone bill, pay for my car insurance, pay for my mortgage, pay for my groceries, just simple things like that. You don't have to go too crazy like I did here, but just those little things to track you and keep you going is always nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to end it here because it's getting a little bit long, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys enjoyed the video, once again, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and remember to subscribe if you guys want more content like this. And also, I'll link to, I'll put an end screen to my top 2 undervalued Canadian stocks to buy video. Did the video a couple days ago. You guys really liked that video, so check that video out if you guys want. Once again, I'll put an end screen. You guys can click on that. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.